Hello everyone, me again. Obviously this video, as I said, I'm going to show you next my next model I'm going to be building, and it is not one, it's not a small model. This video I think will be quite long. If need be, I'll do it in parts like you did, Lenny. Right. And the model, but before I do, obviously, usually shout out to Model Pro 72, Model Pro 72 Lenny, Model Pro 72 Lenny, basic modelling, basic modelling Rob, primitive modelling Chris, basic modelling Rob, primitive modelling Chris, basic modelling Rob, primitive modelling Chris, Aaron Newlands, Atomic Dog 32 Brian, making models again Gary, making models again Gary, Gary, making models again Gary, making models again Gary, making models again Gary. Making models again, Gary. Making models again, Gary. Making models again, Gary. Crazy Murger, Mask Control HQ. My other two subscribers I can't remember your names of to this point. Dead Ram Tom, Engineering Darkside, Moods Village. Dan, Max, Ellie, Kelsey, Chloe, Mum, Haley, Billy, Lenny, Lynn, Billy, Greg, Lynn, Billy, Mum, Haley, Billy, Greg, Lynn, Lenny, Ashley, Andrew, Gavin, George, Sam, Caroline, Luke, Lisa and Charlotte. Anyway, this is my next model. As you can see, Len, you have it yourself. I'd like you at some stage to get back onto it. It is the Airfix 124 scale de Havilland Mosquito. And there's your art box, nice box. You can see here you've got your two mosquitoes attacking the prison here. Attacking the prison. The prison. And there's your options. I'll go through with them. On the side you've got your profile of your options. So that side you've got the usual business, that side you've got the usual business, underside you've got the usual business. On the back here, because it's the mosquito, as you can see you've got all of this, and obviously I'm going to work from the top and work my way down. I mean, obviously this is this fella here, Group Captain. This is Group Captain Captain Percy Charles Pickard, RAF of the RAF. He led the strike on particular rail on the front. You've got stills of them going over the coast, and there's of course you've got stills of it going on the prison. You've got your 4 options there with your finished. What your 4 options will look like when they're finished. You've got various sub assemblies. You've got various sub assemblies there, and then of course, and that was it. Yeah, so that's the box. Now, I'm going to open the box up, and what you get inside is quite a lot. before I do go onto, these are your instructions. Before I do obviously go into it, these are your instructions. These are your instructions. These are your instructions. History on the mosquito on the inside, and this goes from. Obviously, you've got parts. Obviously, you've got assembly instructions. You've got safe like assembly instructions there, and assembly icons there. You've got on this page, you've got a diagram of all. You've got a diagram. You've got on the first on this page. You've got diagram. You've got on pretty much from page 5 to page. From pages 5 to 11, you've got diagrams of all your sprues, and then you've got sub-assembly 1, like you should always have in any kit, and then the final sub-assembly being 253. 253 sub-assemblies. But for example, let me go through the engine assembly. Right, that's the engine assembly, and basically what I'm showing you is just how you put your engine together. That's just basically showing you how the engines go together, because bear in mind with the engines you've got to do it too, because to save money Airfix had to double up some of the sprues. Right, let's have a look in the kit, the bag, the kit roll. Let's have a look inside. Kit. I'm going to do this in this because this is all bagged up. I'm going to do it by bags. So as you can see in this bag, you are concentrating on the armament of the bombs and various other of the bomb. You're concentrating on the armament being the bombs, the ammunition boxes, and you got some engine components. On that sprue, I fib. On this sprue, you've got the 20mm Hispanos, and these are pretty much doubled up, so you've got pretty much the same of everything on these sprues, so to speak. On these two sprues are doubled up, because quite a lot of user sprues are doubled up, you see. On this sprue, I've had him looked inside them. In this bag here, you've got the in this bag here you have got both the wheel and engine. You've got components for the landing gear. You've got components for the landing gear and the engines. We've got components for the landing gear and the engines. You've got components for the landing gear and the engines, and various bits for the engines. And as you know, with the mosquito, slowly but surely the size of the sprues go up. The size of the sprues go up. because on this sprue here you've got parts for the, like, you've got the gun cover, you've got the wing tips, you've got the flaps, ailerons, flaps, Bombay doors, the front, like the front bit of the where the 303 machine gun comes out, the door, the where the 20mm come out, the 20mm cannons come out, and you've got the radiator bit of the where the radiator bits go, the radiator bit on of the wings. And on this sprue you concentrate. I've got a funny feeling this is sprue L, you know. There's quite a lot. Yeah, this is your start. This you'll find is your starter. It's like your starter sprue. This sprue here is your starter sprue because you've got quite a few components for the cockpit. You've got quite a lot of components for the cockpit in this one. Quite a lot of components for the cockpit in this one. So yeah, that's that sprue that side, and that's that sprue that side. Moving swiftly on because obviously I'm trying to make it clear as fast as possible. But obviously some parts do come off. This sprue here is the now you do have an option with this when you have with the figures. You can either have them in the cockpit sitting, you can even have them in the cockpit or standing outside standing externally. Standing outside externally, and yeah. And on this sprue, I know it's upside down, but on this sprue you've got the like the base of the cockpit floor and a few other components, and a few other components, including the wireframe for the canopy, which I'll show you later. This is the last of the bagged sprues, and on these bagged sprues you've got components for the flaps, and the wing tips, side Bombay bits, elevators and the rudder. On that sprue, for that matter, you've got parts for the radiator, I believe, and the engine cells and the engine things and the engine bits for the engine. That's the last of the closed sprues. Now on this sprue here, which is an unbagged sprue, as you can see, you've got your upper wing molded in one piece with two lower bits in it. And if you add, and of course when you add the wing tips, that will give you'll have the full width of the wing, so to speak. Detail wise in there, that is your Of course, that forms part of your mosquito bomb bay. In there, that's where the fuel tanks will be going. So yeah, that's the wings. And obviously these are your fuselage. These are your fuselage halves for your mosquito. Quite very well done, if you ask me, really. Quite very well done, if you ask me. Now, as I gather from Lenny's video, a lot of people, some people like this, some people hate it. It's unlike like normal kits where you've got plastic tyres. With the 1/24 scales, you tend to get vinyl, like proper rubber vinyl tyres. And it's the same with this. Some people don't like it. Some people like it. Some others don't. It's got tread. It's got nice tread. It's got very nice. It's got very nice tread. It's got very nice tread. In my opinion, it's got very nice tread on it. And obviously, it's a decent thing of Airfix to have a little weighted patch on the tyre. At least it's not too much so it looks the actual tyre's flat. It's actually flat, it's got a puncture and flat. So yeah, that's your vinyl. Now, I was meant to show you this earlier, but I didn't because I was too reluctant to, or too stupid to rather. Right, in here is your clear spray. In this bag you have your clear sprue. In this bag you've got your clear sprue. In this bag you've got your clear sprue, which has is your canopy, landing gear parts and various other parts. Now, two other parts are missing. Now those two parts I'm about to show you. Now a lot of people have been, like when you paint models and you want, and obviously, when you paint models and you want to have the instruments and you don't want to paint over the instruments, you want to paint the instruments, but you don't want to do all that hassle of painting all the gauges. Well, Airfix, you've got to take your hat off to them. I've done that. Airfix have done it for you. See on this clue. See on that clear spot there. You've got the instruments on this particular one. I think it's for that bit that goes on where the switch, like where the fuel pressure gauges are. You've got all the dials there, and it's the same for the instrument panel as well. If I can get them out. I mean, look, you've got all that detail, right? So if you paint up the main instrument panel really well, and then paint this up, and get the paint this up, and then paint this up, paint the back of, leave this as it is in the instrument panel. You've got a cockpit with actual gauges that don't need to be painted. Nice touch Nice touch from Airfix. Nice touch, Airfix. Put it in its little protective bag. So yeah, I'm gonna be going on to the instructions, the colour call outs in a minute. Just need to get all this lot away. So I did say this is going to be quite long, but obviously I don't mean it to be too long. So obviously if you do too long videos, that's how you lose. So if you do it too long, that's how you lose. That's how you lose viewers. That's how you lose your views. Also, that's how you get your dislikes. But having said that, I did emphasise in this video, like Lenny's video when he did his mosquito, his review for his mosquito. These are going to be quite in depth because, like Lenny, I know quite a lot, and I'm not making up no bullshit here. I know quite a lot about the mosquito. I know quite a lot about the mosquito. If that's not even protected, they even shove it in this little bag. Put it in the bag, the same bag as the engine. Right, vinyl. Clear me. Fuselage. Wings. Big components. More big. Actually, think about it, make more sense to do. L. Now, I am I'm going to go on the options with the options, but not just the options, because of course Airfix have got a very now your options, because on the box you saw 4 of. You've got 4 options. These are your first option. This is option A is the Havilland Mosquito. The Havilland Mosquito Fighter Bomber Mark 6, 487 Squadron, Royal New Zealand Air Force, number 140 Wing, 2nd Tactical Air Force, Royal Air Force Hunsdon, Royal Air Force Hunsdon, Hertfordshire, England, which is where I'm from, by the way. Obviously I came, but originally I'm from Hertfordshire. Operation Jericho, 18th February 1944, which is of course the Ant-Man's raid, which is on top of the box. It's on top of the box. Yeah, which is on top of the box. That is the first option. Second issue is a de Havilland Mosquito Fighter Bomber Mark 6 of number 143 Squadron on the Banff strike with Coast Command Banff, Scotland, in 1945. The C option, and this has got two options. Well, this is an option with two very different squadron code markings. Is number C option is Bondi Blonde. Number 1 squad, Royal Australian Air Force, Kingaroy, QLD, Maturian Lebanon, South Pacific Area, 1945. It's ANA or NNN or NAA or YNA or NAY. And that is in a silver, in just a little silver finish, in a bare metal. That's in a bare metal finish. And then the third one, which I was considering to do, but I know which one I'm going to do now, which I'll reveal in a minute, is this one. It's number 157 Squadron, Royal Air Force Castle Camps, Cambridgeshire, UK, December 1941. And that's the night fighter. So as you, it's all pretty much. If you do the night fighter, it's pretty much just 33. 33 top, some pretty much from wingtip to wingtip, nose to tail. From wingtip to wingtip, nose to tail, both top and bottom. But the version I'm going to be doing is that one. It's far more colour. And this is a nice touch of Airfix, from Airfix, I think. What you've got here is a super detailed painting / decaling guide for your figures, which you get 4 of, because you get 2 standing, 2 sitting, 2 standing, 2 cockpit sitting ones. And then as for your instruments, you've got, because of course, other than obviously you have your instruments, but obviously you need extra decals. You've got decals you've got decals as well. You've got decals as well for the instrument panel, and you've got decals for the flare canisters and the radio. Talking of decals, here they are. Here are the decals. Nice decals, and as you know, they're not printed by Airfix anymore. They're printed by Catograph. They're printed by Catograph. And Catograph, of course, produced a lot of decals for a lot of kits. Now. Catograph produce a lot of decals for a lot of kits nowadays. So yeah, that's the Catograph decals. Now, yeah, I'm looking forward to doing this kit. Obviously, it will be after I've done the FA team, which it will be after once I've deckled the FA team. So if I deckle that tonight, I could be starting it this Friday. Well, I could be starting it Thursday night, tomorrow night, and then start. I could be starting it tomorrow night and starting it tomorrow night, to be honest. Start it 2 days early. Start it tonight, start it tomorrow, start it Friday, do a bit on it Saturday, do a bit Sunday, Monday I'm out, Tuesday, do a bit of it, and then when you come, Charlotte, hopefully by that point I'll have the cockpit done, so I can show you the complete cockpit. Right, I'm just going to get the instruments not the instruments, the decals, the gear. And the only other thing that came with it, because it's all to keep it all protected, it came all bagged, and I mean all bagged. Even the instructions and the decals came bagged. Keep it all protected. It's all bagged, to keep it nice and protected. Keep it all nice and protected. Protect it. Get back to the bottom there, Airfix Club thing. Painting guide on top of the decal options. Painting guide on top of the decal options. So yeah, this is going to be my next model. It's big. This is going to be my next model. It's big. It's massive. The box is massive, but that doesn't mean to say the model's going to be massive. I'm really looking forward to get my hands stuck in on this one, because it is a plane that. It is one of my favourite aircraft. Obviously, Charlotte, as you know, my favourite fighter aircraft is the Spitfire. My second favourite fighter aircraft is the Hurricane. My favourite bombers, my three favourite fighters are the Spitfire, the Hurricane, and the Mustang. My favourite bombers are the Lancaster and the de Havilland. This is my second favourite. This is my second favourite bomber aircraft. This is a fighter bomber. But bear in mind, this is a fighter bomber, so it's half Lancaster. It's half Lancaster, half Spitfire. It's actually got the armament of two Spitfire Mark V. It's got 4 303s and 4 303 machine guns and 4 20mm cannons, which pack quite a deadly punch. Which pack quite a deadly punch. So yeah, that was it. Try not to squish my phone with it. Yeah, so that was it. I'm sorry if it's gone on too long, but obviously it's quite a big kit. Bye.